welcome back to my YouTube channel. We are starting a new editing vlog today. We're going to get started on the second round of edits, aka the third draft of my current project. If you have not seen any of my editing vlogs before, you should go watch some earlier ones just to get a groove of what I'm going to be doing. I don't really want to explain my editing process in every single vlog, because I just do the same thing over and over, so I feel like it's boring. But if you want to know more, you should go check those out. But yeah, we're just continuing with the editing, still in the editing trenches. I'm fighting for my life, for real. But yeah, we're on to second round edits, which I'm like kind of a little bit nervous about, because I've only ever edited one other project other than this current one, and it only needed like 2 rounds of edits because one, it was pretty much how I wanted it, and 2, it just wasn't that serious. Like, this project is the one I'm planning to query. That was just like a side project, so I didn't feel the need to like really nitpick it. I was just editing it to make it good enough for people to read. But for this project, I have like scene rewrites I need to do. I have more line editing, I have things I want to change, details to add, like I have things to actually add and take away and like doctor it up. So I'm scared. I've never done this before. I'm just kind of in uncharted territory. I don't think I've ever done a rewrite before. Like, as you guys saw in my other vlogs, I just finished first round edits and I took notes of anything that I wanted to change, anything just to keep track of, also my question method and all of that. So I have a couple of scenes to rewrite. I think like 1 or 2 or 3, so like not too many, but just like I've never done that before, so I'm a little scared. Also, I haven't written anything since August because I've just been in the editing trenches, because in August I finished the first draft of this project, and then in September and October I edited an earlier project, the one I was talking about that only needed 2 rounds, and then in November and December and January I'm editing this draft. So I literally like haven't really written anything new in a really like months. I've been like plotting and like brainstorming, and like, you know, an idea will come to me and I'll kind of flesh it out. Like, it's not that I haven't been coming up with anything new, I just haven't like sat down and been like, I'm gonna write this scene. I haven't done that in a really long time because I've just been focusing on editing. I've probably written like a scene or 2. Like, I have a couple side projects and like sometimes I'll write one, but I'm talking like maybe like I've actually sat down to write a new scene from my brain, like maybe like 2 or 3 times. I've just been really focused on editing and like getting that done. And then in December I took like 10 days off for Christmas, and then like so it's just been a really long time since I've written. So I'm literally terrified to just jump right back in with like rewriting scenes. I could probably figure out how to like ease into it, but when have I ever done that? When have I ever like taken the easy route, or like never. So I'm just jumping right in. I'm just gonna tell myself that, you know, we're in the editing phase, so if I rewrite a scene and it's like really bad because I'm really rusty, then I will edit it. Like, that's what we're doing here, so it's fine. I'm just scared. I'm scared that I'm gonna start typing, you guys, and it's gonna be like, what is this? Because I do definitely get rusty. I don't know if any other writers out there feel like that you get rusty, because writing is kind of like something that, in theory, you should be able to do it all the time, but it's really a muscle, honestly. If you don't exercise the writing muscle, it doesn't go over very well. It's gonna be probably pretty ugly at first. Oh, also, I'm like super sleep deprived right now. I really haven't gotten over 5 hours of sleep in like 5 days. I don't know what's going on. I just can't sleep. Like, my room is either too cold, it's too hot, I'm waking up because I have to go to the bathroom. Like, I'm having a hard time sleeping through the night. So my writing might be like really bad today, because not only have I not written in months, my brain is so tired. Also, I don't know what's gonna happen today specifically. In this vlog I will be rewriting. Today, I might stick with line editing. You know, I'm feeling a little bit scared, apprehensive about jumping right into rewriting. I know I just said that's what I was gonna do, but I'll probably do it like tomorrow, so I'm still jumping in. I just like, I'm scared. We got a friend. Here you go. You're so cute. I might wait a couple more days till I do the actual rewrites, just because I'm terrified and I'm gonna stall them. But I do have some other things to do that's not like full-on scene writing, so we'll see. But yeah, that's what this vlog's gonna be, and we're gonna just jump right in and start with organizing and getting our thoughts together, because I just have my like notebook full. I just have my notebook full of like all my questions, all of my rewrites, all of my what was this, all of my plot hole, you know, all of my notes. So we're gonna go through that right now and kind of make note of everything that it, hold on, guys, hold on, let me form a coherent thought. Okay, we're gonna go through the list and make an actual like to-do list almost of like everything that we actually need to do, because I feel like it might be a little bit less than I think. I'm just a little overwhelmed with the rewrites, but I don't think there's actually that much to do. Let's move over to my desk and do that, or should I do it in my bed? You know how I love to edit in my bed. I love to write on my desk and edit in bed. I think it's just because editing is so torturous that it's like, I need to be laying down. Yeah, let's do it in bed. Also, before we do that, I've got my little tracker of like, just like, it's a deadline, but it's like a loose deadline. It's just like, let's try to get it done by this time. So I need to pick a new date. Let's do 10 days. I don't know if that's possible, but it is if I like work hard. Will I do that? I can't answer that right now. Okay. What? You're so cute. You looking out the window? What are you looking for? Oh, hi. Okay, so we've got my, why is it so heavy? We've got my box of all of my materials, my editing materials. Then we've got my laptop, obviously. So I'm just gonna start with going through this box and just seeing everything that I have, because there's some like random notes thrown in here, and then there's like sticky notes on the back of this, and there's sticky notes in the notebook, whatever. So I'm just gonna look through really quick. I have two of the same exact pencil in here. Okay, so I've got some things that I need to like look through just to make sure I have everything that I need to know for this round. I'm gonna start with this. This is just a bunch of random notes of like stuff to remember. It's it just says like characters' eye colors, because I have this really bad habit of changing eye colors halfway through. I have mentioned this before on the channel. I will literally like make a character profile and it's like hanging on the wall right in front of me, and it says like the character has blue eyes, and then I'm writing it and I'm like, her blue eyes were piercing, and then I'm like, she doesn't have blue eyes. I don't feel the vibes. Like, then her green eyes. Like, I just change it in the moment, and then like later on in the book I'll mention her eyes again, and I do put blue because that's what the character profile says. So then it's like, their eye color is always changing. So I wrote down some of their eye colors just to make sure that I really remembered like what my final decision was. Then this says add some mentions of hydrangeas because I thought that that would be good atmosphere to like mention that there were hydrangeas around. Thought that'd be cute. I don't know, like this is the most random stuff. I don't actually know if I need to remember any of these because I did change all of these already. So there's like a sentimental part of me that like wants to keep these. Like I don't need to keep these, but I kind of like want to. She's naked. Sorry. I'm gonna put these in here. Now this is just the binder that has all the information in it, like character profiles, also like earlier plot outlines and stuff, so I do need to kind of have this on hand just in case I need to refer back. Now, this is like a little note of just something that I need to remember. So let's just add a little note to fix that again, just in case I didn't. Next, these are all the song titles, and I talked about this in my last vlog, but I did decide to not write the songs. I was originally planning to literally write every single song featured in this book out from start to finish. Verse 1, pre-chorus, chorus. Verse 2, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, chorus. For every single song that was ever mentioned in this book. Because, again, if you're new here, my book is about a band. So I was going to write all of their original songs. Because I have been writing songs since I was like 12 or 13. So I do know how to write songs. I enjoy writing songs. That's kind of like a skill that I do have. So I said, why not make it more immersive, you know? And I was just gonna put all the lyrics in the back of the book. So it's like, if you wanted to read the lyrics, you could. If you didn't want to, you didn't have to. Like, I wasn't gonna put them in the actual chapters, obviously, just at the end, if you wanted to see kind of what the songs were. But I think I've decided that for now, and my mind may change, I am just going to list titles. Maybe one day I'll do like a special novella or something that's just like a lyric book. Like years in the future when I have plenty of time to write all these songs, because there were 35, 34, 35, 36, around there, songs. I cannot write 36 songs in a matter of months. That is crazy. You know, I can't do that and then them also be good. So maybe in the future that'll be something. But for now, let's just do titles. So I was still kind of iffy on lyrics and what song goes where and blah blah blah, but I have decided that we're just doing titles, no lyrics. So, well, an occasional lyric, but I'm not going to write every single song. So we will be adding in song titles and just all of the final song information in this draft as well. So let's write that down. And then I have this little piece of notepaper that I had been keeping, like a little list, an ongoing list of just anything that I wanted to change for second round, just whenever it would come to me. Like this notebook was my actual editing one that I used when I was editing, and this was just like, if I was just like in the shower thinking about my book and like, oh my god, I should change that, I would just put it on this little thing. Let's see what she says. We found our first rewrite note. Add it to the to-do list. Alright. We got all the info off of her. I guess she can be thrown away. Why am I so sad about this? Like, okay, never mind. I guess I'm not that sad. Time to look through her. I saved her for last because I'm extra afraid of her. The to-do list is like growing very much, so we don't need to know this. Not until the second book. Eee! This is my checklist for first round edits. I didn't actually end up checking anything off apparently, but let's see what we did. Check. I did do most of these things, so that's good. Anything that I didn't do, just added to do it now. Now here, do you guys see why I'm so afraid? What is all this? Okay, you guys, so I went through everything and I finished making my final like to-do list. Now, this looks like very much of a lot, but a lot of it is just little details that I didn't change the first time. Like there's a scene where Maisie has a pen, she's writing with a pen, and she gets like embarrassed of the pen because it's kind of like, well, in the first draft I wrote that it was a watermelon pen, like watermelon scented with a watermelon charm on the end, like from middle school, and she got embarrassed of her pen usage, which that's like literally like 2 paragraphs, but I wanted to change it to being a unicorn pen instead of a watermelon pen, because I thought a watermelon pen is stupid. A unicorn pen feels more likely. Some of it's stupid, some of it's rewrites, some of it's like timeline stuff, which took me the longest. I did most of that off camera because I was just trying to figure out like when certain things happen, because I like to keep track of my timeline. Also, in this book, there's like music competition, and I have to know the date and like how long they get to prepare for that, and like where that means that they're starting from. So then I have to work backwards basically to figure out the timeline. So that was kind of hurting my brain, because I figured it out when I first wrote the draft. Like in my 0 draft, I have all the dates, but writing it, I was like, I think it's different. Like I was like, I think this scene could happen on the same day or whatever. Like I was trying to condense the timeline. I just realized I was filming that without my mic, so hopefully that didn't sound like so bad, but whatever. All of the events in the entire book are supposed to take place over the course of like 2.5 months, like barely 2.5 months. It's like the summer before college, so like 2.5 months. And so I was trying to condense stuff, so then my dates moved around, and I had to just make sure that everything, you know, worked out and all that, and it does. I'll just have to like make sure that I wrote down the right dates in the draft. So yeah, anyway, now I am going to just kind of read through this to-do list, and I'm going to put it in order. Now, like in order of the events. So like, you know, the rewrites, obviously each scene happens in a certain time, so I'm just going to put them in order of like, of it happening. So in case I want to go in order, I can. If I don't want to, I don't have to, but like this is like all over the place of like changes to make. So it would be easier obviously to go in order, because I could just be reading through the draft and be like, oh, we're at chapter 15, time to make this scene rewrite, and then keep reading. But I don't know if that will happen. I don't know if I'll deviate, but I think it would just be easier to organize it. So I'm gonna do that. So put everything in order. I have 12 edits to make, so that's not really that bad. I just have a lot of like thoughts on the paper, but there's only 12 things to change. I know that I literally just put them in order, like the things I need to change, I put them in order, but I am gonna go out of order. I don't really feel like rewriting today. I'm tired. I'm sleep deprived. This whole organizing thing has taken me an hour and a half, and the timeline thing like killed all my brain cells. I was like, math, how many days does this month have? Like I was like, I can't do this. I don't know math, I don't know numbers, I don't know months, I know words. Writing, that's all I know. So I'm just going to try to get all the other little changes done, because honestly, all of these are small changes except for the rewrites. Like the freaking watermelon pen, unicorn pen thing. So I'm going to try to today get everything else done, and then for the rest of this week, I'll do the rewrites, however long that takes me. I have no idea, but that's kind of my plan. If I don't get all the little details done today, then that's fine. I'll just do them tomorrow, but I'm just gonna start on that with the little changes. And I'm just gonna copy and paste draft 2 into a new document for draft 3 and make the changes, and then when I rewrite, I will rewrite in a separate document and then copy and paste over and like swap out the scenes, if that makes any sense. So for right now, we're keeping the scenes that need to be rewritten the same as I go through, and then we will eventually replace them, if that makes any sense. So let's do that. All done with our first point. That was like a little rewrite, but just like a couple paragraphs. Oh, I'm rusty. Let's keep going. And if I didn't change the pen to a unicorn pen, kept it as a watermelon pen. Guys, I'm keeping the watermelon pen. Every time I finish like a really long editing session, I freaking like my makeup is rubbed off, my hair is frizzy, like editing like beats me up. Anyways, I ended up finishing all of the little quick changes, which ended up taking me like an hour and 20 minutes because I just think that the copy and pasting of 90,000 words, like chapter by chapter, scrolling through, applying, copy and pasting, like it was just a lot of words, a lot of material, but I did do it. So now all we have left is the rewrites, which there's 4. I did come up with one more thing that I wanted to rewrite, but that's just like, I need to add a sentence in somewhere. So all I have left is my rewrites. I'll be working on those for the rest of this week and taking you guys along with me. Hopefully that won't take me that long, but you never know. But regardless, you will come along and see the absolute disaster. So I'll see you when I see you. It's freaking rewrites time. I really don't know why I'm like dreading the rewrites so much. Cause like it's just writing. Like I already wrote the whole book. Like it's really not that. Not that it's not gonna be hard, but like it's not that crazy. But like, you guys, it's been plaguing me. Like, I was awake at 4 in the morning. I did go back to sleep, so I'm not sleep deprived, but I was awake then. And I was just like spiraling. I think like, for some reason, my brain like has put like a lot of pressure on these. Like, because I think like the sentiment is that these rewrites are gonna be better than the original. And then it's just like this pressure of like, what I write has to be good. And I'm just stressed, and then I'm second guessing everything. I'm like, do I actually need to rewrite that? Is it fine the way it is? What if I change it and it's worse? Like, I'm just like not well. I have my paper. I just like really don't want to do this. I feel like it's like not gonna be that bad when I actually get into it, but like I'm just really dreading it right now. I'm gonna do 2 things to make it like a little less stressful. Number 1, I'm going to do it in my bed. I'm going to do it vertical because I just need to be held and cozy right now. And the other thing is I am just going to rewrite the scenes in a separate document without really looking at the original, just so like I don't have to be worried about how I'm going to like transition between scenes. Like I'm just gonna write the rewrite, write the new scene, and then afterwards I will figure out how to transition everything and like connect it. But like for right now, I want to just focus on writing. Now I will look in the original document to see like, is this scene at the beginning of a chapter or is it like in the middle, so that I know how to like start it off. But I will just worry about combining everything and like continuity later. I'm just gonna write. I'm scared. It's been like 2 days since the first part of this vlog, and I've been writing some side projects, so I feel like a little bit more confident in my ability to write. I'm just like not at all confident in my ability to, I don't know why I'm so like stressed about these. Like it's not that deep. Yeah, enough stalling, I guess. Oh my god, my fairy lights are like glitching out and I don't know why, and it's making me mad. They better not be breaking, I swear to god. I guess that I have to. I can do hard things. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna go into this session trying to get them all done. If I don't, I'll do it tomorrow. Today's Saturday, tomorrow's Sunday. I cleared the whole weekend to be working on this. So like if I don't get it done in one sitting, that's fine. I'm just like 5 short little scenes. Like I could get it done in like 2 or 3 hours. Okay. Here we go. I'm so scared. I'm gonna start with like the easiest one or the shortest scene to add, and then we'll work backwards to like scenes that I'm like, I don't know if I want to rewrite that, maybe it's fine the way it is. So yeah, but we're starting with the easiest one, which is just that I need to mention something in one of the earlier chapters that comes up later, because I forgot to mention it, and it's just kind of like, where did that come from? So we need to put that in there. So I am just gonna put that in the original document. That's not really something I need to write separately, I feel like. I'm just gonna insert it. I'm just gonna scroll through until I find a good place to insert it in like the first chapter, I think. I have an idea of where I want it to go, but we'll see. I feel like what I just did is good for now. When I'm like kind of rereading through the final time, which is the step after this, I'll see if like I want to add anything or take anything away, but I did insert that information. Doing writing vlogs and like not wanting to talk about the plot is like so suspicious. Like, I inserted the information. It's like, what am I talking about? So before I can overthink it or anything, I'm just gonna move on to the next. I don't even know what is next. I think I might just write this into the original too, because this is just gonna be a couple paragraphs. I don't know, well, like, and when I say a couple, I mean like 2 or 3. Like, I don't know if it needs to be separate. It might just be easier just insert it. Like, again, trying to be vague is so hard, but like, I wanted this book to kind of mention pop culture things. I know that that can be an ick, and I 100% get that. Like, when I read books that mention pop culture too much, or like anything like that dates the book, I'm like, ick. When they mention like social media and stuff, ick. That's not what I'm talking about. I wanted to mention like music artists, songs, like I wanted to kind of bring it to life in that way. So like, if you read the book and you really love it and you hear a song, you're like, oh, they mentioned that in this, you know what I mean? Like, to make it more immersive, and also like I could talk about what kind of music my characters like, and just sort of stuff like that. Like, there's no social media. There's texting, but like it's 3 times in the entire book, and it's like 1 or 2 texts back and forth. Like, it's not like pages and pages of texts. So like, they don't go on their phones a lot, they don't call each other a lot. I just wanted to mention music because the whole book is about music. It's a band, so I was like, let's mention like maybe what music is playing when Macy's working at her smoothie shop, you know, just like a title of a, you know what I mean, just to be like, so you can like imagine the scene coming to life, and you can, you know, be like, okay, I hear the ocean lapping on the boardwalk, I hear the seagulls, and then like over the coffee shop speakers, like Lana Del Rey is playing or something, like, so you can like immerse yourself. I love when Lynn Painter does that, like when she mentions like music, or like one of her characters is like depressed, and it's like you know, that's that like scene in Betting on You, is that it? Where like it's like Charlie is like upset and he's listening to Conan Gray, and it's like Conan Gray always made things worse. Like that, I thought that's funny, and it's like very relatable, and it's like they're teenagers, and I liked that, so I wanted to implement that, but I think I took it too far. So I need to change, because they started talking about the artist, and I was like, okay, that's too much. And to make it worse, the artist that I chose to talk about was Taylor Swift, and I know people are going to be mad about that if I left that in, because people hate Taylor Swift for no reason. I'm a Swiftie, obviously, and like Maisie is too. Like, that's like a part of her personality. Like, it was just a joke, like she put Taylor Swift on around her friends, and they like groaned because they're like, Maisie, stop playing Taylor Swift. Like, it was a joke, but I was like, that's cringe, I feel like. So I'm just gonna take that part out and like insert something else, because yeah, I can't say why, but because I need there to be some isolation between Maisie and her friends. That's like important for her character. Like, this book is for fangirls. That's my target audience, is like fangirls who are like 15 to like 25. Like, that's my target audience. So this book is for you. I just like am scared about I don't want to mention it too much and like isolate a group of people from reading the book or connecting with the book, you know what I mean? I'm stressed. Rereading it, I feel like it's not that bad. I mean, like they say something after that, and I could like remove that. I felt like that wasn't that bad. Guys, my phone just started blasting Cruel Summer. Is that a sign that I should leave it? I don't know what to do because I just don't know how this is gonna land. Okay, guys, I just took a brief break, an intermission, to go talk to my mom about what I should do. Obviously, she's not a writer or really like a reader, but just like to bounce ideas off of what I should do about the whole thing. And basically, the conclusion that I have come to is that I'm gonna leave it. I'm going to leave the Swiftiness in. I would be willing to change it in the future if I get told that it's cringe or whatever. Like, I would totally be okay with like changing it because I already have like another plot device, if you will. I already have another thing to fill that plot device because the whole point of it is that Maisie feels kind of misunderstood and isolated. I have another thing that could be used in its place, but I like the mention of music because the whole book is about music. So I like getting into what music the characters are into because the whole book is about music. My book is like, in my head, it's like teenage into 20s fangirl music lover's dream book. So I'm gonna leave it for now. I also have decided that I am gonna do beta readers soon, probably in February. So I will definitely be posting the application here if you guys want to apply, and then you guys please let me know if it's cringe or not, because then I'll change it. But for now, I'm gonna keep it because that's what I wrote originally, that's what I intended. It's like, it's in there on purpose. When I plotted this book, like for the very first time, I wrote down I want it to have pop culture references and music references. So for now, I'm gonna keep it, but I am gonna go through the 3 scenes that it is mentioned and just make sure that it's not excessive. Because I feel like, I read the first paragraph on camera, but now that I decided I'm gonna change it, I'm gonna cut it out. Because I feel like it should be a surprise. But like, it's not even that bad. I don't even say Taylor Swift's name. I just say the name of the song. And if you like know the song, then you know the song, but if you don't, then you just keep on going. Or you look it up. Like, it's not like Maisie's like, OMG, I love Taylor Swift. Like, she just says, I have the perfect song to start the summer, and she plays a Taylor Swift song. You can guess the one if you want, but like, I feel like it's not that crazy. And then all the other scenes, I also feel like maybe they're not that crazy. I haven't reread them right now with this new perspective. I also mention other artists in this book as well. I'm not gonna say who, just because like when they pop up, you can be excited and whatever, if that's what you're into. But it's like the briefest of mentions. Like, one of the characters goes through like a heartbreak in the book, and I just briefly, one sentence, mentioned that she's been crying to Gracie Abrams all day. Like, one sentence. Just like, if you are a Gracie girl, then you're like, oh, so relatable. If you're not a Gracie girl, you keep reading the next sentence. Like, I don't go on and on and on about all of this. It's just mentioned for immersion and also like character development and getting to know the characters better. I feel like it's just gonna be kind of like a, if you get it, you get it kind of thing. And if you don't get it, I don't think that it affects the reading experience at all. Like, if you didn't like Taylor Swift, well, maybe if you like hated her guts, you wouldn't like it. But like, you know, the mention of her name makes your blood boil for some reason, then perhaps you wouldn't like it. But well, I think I just need to get other people's opinion on it, you know what I mean? Because I've seen like mixed opinions on that. Like, I'm trying to do the whole like Lynn Painter thing, where she like briefly mentions like an artist or something, or you know, like when like New Year's Day is playing in Better Than the Movies, like I Die Dead, like that's my favorite. I think about that every day. It's like, oh, it's so good. And it's like, I don't think that everyone would like that, but the people that would like it would love it. So that was what I was going for, and like, that book is so popular and everyone loves that, so why can't I do that? But right now, I'm gonna stand up for myself, and I'm gonna say that's the way that I wrote it, and that's the way that I intended, and I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. Let's look for cringe. Ow! I just punched myself in the face trying to brush my hair. That's from where I hit myself in the face. Freaking scratched myself so hard. Okay, so I read through the other scenes. They weren't cringe at all. I think during my time away from this book, I psyched myself out or something. I was like, oh my god, everything I've ever written is so bad. But then I'm reading it and I'm like, this isn't bad at all. It's not like the next great American novel or anything, but what do I mean it's bad? It's not bad, it's fine. Chill. But I'm not very good at being chill. So I got that done, which means we only have 2 scenes to rewrite. We've just got a quick little scene with Virginia as well to write that I forgot. It's one of those where you're rereading your first draft and it just says, girl, write this scene. And you're like, what? You're like, insert name here. It's what's going on? Why did I do that? Okay, here we go. Why is my brain morph everything that I've written when I'm not right in front of it? It's that sucks. Sucks so bad. Oops. Guys, that scene was fine. I know. Why does my brain need to bully me every single day? So we've just got the Virginia scene to write that I actually didn't write, so we do have to actually change that. So let's do that. This is crazy. I thought today was going to be literally torturous. And it's been a little torturous, but I thought it was going to be very torturous. Everything on our checklist done. So happy that that's over. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to have to do a lot more work, but really it was just my mind torturing me and telling me that the whole thing was horrible and sucked, but that's literally not true because I only ever feel that way when I'm away from the book. When I'm reading it and working on it, I love it. It's just when my mind is able to run wild, it loves to tell me things that are not true. But it's good, and it's what I want it to be, I think. I'm gonna do one last read-through of it. From start to beginning. I need to take a nap. From start to end. And then I'm gonna give it to my mom to edit it, and then it's beta readers time. I'm not going to vlog my read-through just because I'm just going to be sitting there in silence reading it. That sounds pretty boring to me, but I will be starting a new project soon, I think. I don't know, but that's the plan. I don't know if I'll actually do it, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. So I'll be vlogging the plotting process and everything of that. So that'll be really fun. And then I'll definitely let you guys know when it's beta reader time so that you guys can fill out an application. Obviously I talked about target audience in this video, but if you are not that target audience and you are another writer or something, please sign up for beta reading because I just want people's opinion. You don't have to be the target audience for your opinion to matter. I was just saying in my mind what the target audience is, but it doesn't really matter. It's a book. It's for everybody. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Please like the video if you did like it. Sorry if this one was a little bit more boring, if you will, that there just wasn't as much to do, obviously. We're like narrowing it down to what it is I need to do. But yeah, please comment down below any thoughts that you have, if you have any opinions on anything that I talked about in this video. Please share. Also, let me know any videos that you want to see from me. I'm going to be filming a lot these next couple of weeks. Please let me know if you have anything that you want to see, any like writing tips videos you want me to make, anything you want to talk about. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a really great day.